Warning, this is not intended to diagnose, treat, or prescribe any disease, disability, or disorder you might have. Please do two things before putting any of the information in this video to use. As this is not medical advice, it is only pure information, and I'm never going to claim I'm a doctor or claim to prescribe anything, as I am not about I try to be as little about quackery as possible. 1. Consult your healthcare professional and make sure you get both their consent and willingness to work with you. If you don't, then never go any further past this warning. 2. For those who listen and acquire their healthcare professional's consent and willingness to work with you, get allergy and sensitivity tested for any and all of the foods, substances, supplements, or extracts I may refer to. If you don't heed these warnings, follow these two pieces of medical advice, I will not be responsible for any of your actions. You have been thoroughly warned, and you have been advised. Don't try this shit at home. Take care. On to the video. What's up, guys? Wes recording live. Gonna get this side burner on this gas grill lit. It's a propane stall, dude. Be careful, you can get burned using this one of these goddamn things. Lighten that little shit up. Turn it down a little bit. I'll need to clean them burner holes out. Get a PSI. Get a pressure regulator regulated a certain PSI. Okay. What I'm gonna do with the spatula. Okay. It's a scraping spatula, so it's a silicone rubber type of deal, but pretty much. It's colored, but that's not the point. Get your ass down. Leave my shit alone. Got your food out there. But anyway, I just tapped him on the I just tapped him on the butt and told him to get down. He just jumped down. So anyway, see that little bit of bacon grease on that? Just a little dollop like that. Don't worry.
What about the saturated fat?
Saturated fat ain't a heart disease factor like everybody tries to still say, which is based on a bunch of dietary lies and half-truths and misconceptions. Get that in there. Broccoli florets. I just toss them around in this fat, and it's fine. I kept the cheese covered in a cloth since we're outside. There could be dust and all kind of things that could get in it. Plus, I got yard cats. I have the cheese thoroughly covered in front of this camera. You can lightly brown the broccoli. Make it tender, soft. And or start to get tender, and that's all you need. Don't blowing that dust other direction, Now, if you like me, you still like a little crunch, in your broccoli, that's fine. If you want it softer, you just leave it on a little longer. I'd like mine very lightly done. Put that back in the skillet. I like mine done very lightly, so make sure you heard me over this shit right here. Very little fat is needed. After this, you just need just a small dollop. Just a small splot, small plop of this shit. Okay, about like that. Okay, you didn't quite see, but it just puts very little fat on the bottom of it. What you do is you put that back on. Get your egg, beaten egg. Foam, it's got incredible staying power and all. You're going to have to stir it around a little. If you use Hosho like me, you're going to stir it around just a little bit. Get the Hosho up in there. Smells amazing. Or, you will have to be careful. You got to turn this down pretty low. If you want a real good omelet, you do it lower and slower. Low and slow as you can. Now on this burner, I think there's something up with the propane in this, the propane burner. See, what you're doing is trying to get some of that hint of that smoky flavor from the bacon fat and some of the, the fat in general. While you're doing this, is very simple. Ooh. Yeah, this ain't gonna work. The heat's a little too high on the burnt. Maybe it will. Oh shit, son, did it? I didn't think. Oh well, lost just a tiny bit speck. But I did it. Ideally, you want it to get not quite as brown, and do it low and slow. But the propane fire itself's kind of a little strong to my liking. I got to adjust to that. So what you do is you line your middle of your omelet here that's laid out completely, and it's still pliable to the hand, so that's a good thing. Now if you might see a little bit of splitting, it might be a little overdone. Cracking and stuff might be just a little overdone before folding over. But yeah, it's gonna have a little darkness to it, just a little, because of the tonic herbs and stuff. But so you just want to get a solid cheese layer in there, across it, all across. This is a brunch, Oh, it's starting to melt at the bottom. And then what you do is you put your broccoli, layer that broccoli right on top of that cheese, and just do like that. And that greenery there, it's beautiful. Like I said, if you don't want to use bacon fat, you've got several alternatives. You got a little bit of red palm oil mixed with babasu oil for those who want a little bit of more stronger vitamin, a little more of carotenoids and stuff like that, and CoQ10 and E and stuff like, and other antioxidants that are in it, mixed with babasu oil as a substitute. You can use straight up babasu oil. You can use, and if you're a kosher eater, you can use grass fed or grass and hemp fed beef fat, or you can use pasture chicken fat if you want, or something like that. Or pasture duck fat if you're more of the French. And you just fold that baby over ever so gently, like so, and it's gonna. Ooh, that's perfect. Woo! Move it to the middle of the pan and try to keep all your shit held in there if you can. Push it in there a little bit. Fold that baby over. It's a little messy. I'm going to take my bare hands on this and take a chance. Burn. Oh, if you're quick enough, you ain't going to burn your hands, I promise. What you do, the darkness and the coloring of the egg is definitely because of the cordyceps and the You can add you can add a bit more salt to it. You can add a little bit more salt, or sprinkle a little Zatarain's into the egg as you beat it. Or some type of salt and Creole seasoning, but a little less salt when you do it. You beat that shit in there. I'm just going to add it when it's finished. Now, the last bit of that cheese, you can layer it over the top. Almost like a garnish. You can get a few parsley leaves and just pop that on there too, and for garnish at the top. Make sure the cheese and stuff's completely melted. Push it in there, push that shit in there. So. Should be done. A little faster than I like, but it's done. You can pull out here, get the cookie sheet. Look at that. Put on that sideburn on the gas grill. Look at that shit. Oh, baby. See you guys later.